Hey guys, Metal Jesus here, and I'm back again with Radical Reggie.
How's it going, buddy?
Dude, it's so good to have you back in the game room.
Glad to be back. We got plenty of pickups to show you guys. I'm very excited. I've been sitting on some of this stuff for a long time. And how about you, man?
It's been 6 months since we did our last pickups video.
Oh, man, we got to get to it.
Too long.
So let's get started.
All right, dude, who goes first?
Me.
Okay,
of course.
wow, okay. All right. I'm dying to see. I have not seen what he brought over, so this is going to be all new to me.
Well, you've probably seen this game before, and I'm always talking about it. But FX Unit Yuki
okay.
for the Sega Dreamcast and Sega Genesis. Now, I talked about this game on the channel before when the PC Engine version came out. This is a really cool platform shoot 'em up that really goes around. If you remember games like Adventure Island, Castlevania, Cotton to shoot 'em up, and also Lords of Thunder.
So what? Much. Okay, so you have a Dreamcast, and then you also have a Genesis.
Sega Genesis version.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The Sega Genesis version, of course, has like the music's a little more like 16-bit, pretty much.
Sure.
Pretty cool and everything. Dreamcast version is probably the version that people will probably pick up because more people have a dream. Well,
yeah.
This one only has like 500 copies of it out there, so it's kind of sold out. So the Dreamcast version, probably the next version that people will be easier to find.
It's probably easier to make a disc version or a CD-based version.
I would think so. Yeah, cartridge is a little bit more expensive.
I would
and all
think
that
so.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool game made by Sarmaro, who you met at the show.
I was just going to say, I met him at the Game On Expo. Yeah, in a booth.
Really nice guy.
Yeah.
Just really
It's funny because when I met him, I was like, hey, I'm going to shoot your booth, you know, take photo, and he tried to hide, you know.
No, I think that was his friend Jesse was that.
Okay, yeah. He was trying to, and I was like, no, you're in the shot. You're in the shot. Yeah.
But yeah, really cool game. If you have a chance, definitely check it out, guys. It's on point. I actually played it on a live stream. I beat it on a live stream.
You did?
I did, and it was crazy.
It is hard.
It got tough towards the end because I got to the last boss. I had 1 life left and 1 power bar left, and I somehow pulled it off. It was crazy.
That's good, streaming drama there.
Yeah,
people are loving it.
Because I was getting tired. I was like, man, I'm about to turn it off. But I made it towards the end, so I'm happy about that.
All right, next up for me is a game called Alienation. So this is by House Marquee, I believe is what the name of the developer is. This is an import version that I was... People on my Discord told me, it's like, hey, you got to check this out, because House Marquee made Resogun, they made Matterfall, they made... Next... Oh, what is that game called? It's another twin-stick shooter. Next Machina.
Okay.
They're a fantastic developer, and this is a twin-stick shooter that is really cool to have on physical. I believe I just got this on Amazon, so it wasn't super hard to find.
No, it's pretty easy to find. I actually, I got a copy of that as well.
Okay, have you played it?
I have. Pretty cool game.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
It's hard.
I mean, you can play online with people too, though, so which is cool. So if you get a team of people to play online, it's a lot more fun, of course. But definitely a cool game, and I'm glad that they made a physical for it.
Yeah, it has excellent graphics. It's like I said, it's a twin-stick shooter. A lot of RPG elements in this game, so you're upgrading a lot. You need to upgrade a lot, both your weapons and your equipment to just survive. I can see where this game would be a lot easier with another person.
Right, and I love the way the cover looks. You know, it just shows that dramatic look of them looking down at this kind of ruined like spaceship and everything.
And I love this developer because they just do excellent games. Like the graphics are always really cool, the special effects are really awesome, so that was cool to get.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so next game here for me is a shoot 'em up. A lot of people don't know, but I really try to go after a lot of shoot 'em ups out there, like unheard of ones. And I found this one for the PlayStation called Retro Force. Retro Force is a horizontal shooter.
It's PAL.
And it's only released in PAL as far as I know. So yeah, I had a hard time finding that copy because a lot of copies have like German on the back and everything, just German. I wanted English text on it, so I could like go on eBay, talk to the guy, and make sure.
Psygnosis is the developer.
It's one of the last games they made for the PlayStation, at least that generation of PlayStation. So yeah.
So they are the makers of Wipeout.
Yeah, pretty much, man. They're an awesome company, man. Golly. But Retro Force is a slow pace of shoot 'em up. I think it's a lot of fun. You start off with 3 weapons, pretty much, that you can use during the game: a spread shot, a laser, and there's regular bullets in it, pretty much. I think it's a really fun game, but I've seen a lot of people try to give it like bad ratings.
That cover is pretty.
The cover is horrible.
Cheesy.
I get it, but I don't know, man. I just have a thing for shoot 'em ups.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Gotta show them love.
Well, and Psygnosis is a great developer, so I've never heard of this before, but I'd love to check it out, just based on their name alone, because they do quality stuff.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Huh, awesome. All right, next up for me is a Limited run, I got these at PAX. So for those of you that don't know, obviously Limited Run is known for, selling out, or, well, they don't always sell out, but, they're Friday releases, right? But the cool thing about Limited Run is that they're starting to branch out, and they bring stock to expos. And so they brought these. This is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, and I got the Switch and also the Vita version at PAX. And
I love how these are original, like kind of like go back to the Nintendo games.
Yes. And even this one has the Switch has the slipcase, but it pops off like that.
Oh, nice!
It's got a really cool full-size poster in there. If you haven't played this, so this was a stretch goal for Bloodstained.
Ritual of the Night, the second game, and I think Indie Crates made this one.
Okay.
And it goes back to the old school Castlevania games. If you play the NES ones, like Castlevania 3, this really feels like a sequel to Castlevania 3. It's a really good game. I had a great time playing it.
Did you finish this one? I got pretty far into it.
I finished it, but I didn't finish the second run through. You got to finish it twice to get to the real ending, I think. So, but really good game. Glad you got this, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it too.
I know, me too. And the Vita release, I was like, what? That's pretty cool. So
nice. Yeah. So here, I don't know if I ever showed this on the channel before, but I thought this would be unique to show. I've had this for years, and this is a Titan AE for the PlayStation.
Based on the movie?
Yeah, based on the movie.
Okay.
The same name. And
it's a demo. Okay.
Yeah, the game was never released, but the demo was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
wow.
Because the movie did so poorly, it really did tank.
It's not the worst movie. It's just
the problem with the movie. The big problem with the movie is the soundtrack. The music is so. I don't remember. The music is horrible, man. Especially in its age, even worse. I mean, the music during certain key moments, like like drama and action, it just doesn't feel right. You're like, what am I watching?
Really, I haven't watched it in so long.
So, but I think it's a good movie and everything.
Yeah.
But the game,
I remember watching and going, okay, this isn't the worst movie. It's just for whatever reason, it just didn't connect with people.
It didn't. So the game was going to be like a 3D platformer pretty much, and with like a shooting levels, kind of like Star Fox and everything, like a kind of like rail shooter.
Wow, that's amazing. That's cool. So this is the only way you can actually get.
The only way you can play the game, as far as I know. I think the game was 100% complete. They just never released it. So if someone wants to leak that ISO, that'd be great because I would love to play the real thing.
That's cool.
So Titan AE.
Collecting demo discs. Who knew?
It's fun.
Yeah, I bet. All right, next up for me is an Xbox One game. We hardly ever talk about Xbox One, but I do have one.
All right.
And I picked up a game called Wreckfest, Drive Hard, Die Last. So it is by Bugbear, which is a very popular arcade racing developer. They make the Flat Out series. So they're... Yes.
All right.
So they're arcade racing games, but they're physics based, and so this game here is so awesome because they basically take what is great about Flat Out and they basically just make it a complete demolition derby style game.
Can you still fly out of the car when you crash? That was a big thing with Flat Out.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah. I don't think so. So in this game though, it is a full on demolition derby. I mean, and it's crazy too because one of the first levels has you demolition derby on riding lawnmowers, and so you're going around in this
really?
just trying to just trash each other.
Oh, I see right here. Wow.
Yeah, and then another one is it's like more traditional kind of beat up 70s stock cars where you're going around a track, but you're constantly flying off the track. Parts are breaking off your car. It's completely over the top. It's really well done. I really like this game.
The new THQ is really putting out the titles.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this is not just an Xbox exclusive. It's also, I believe, on the PlayStation 4, but I picked it up on Xbox One. So
yeah, but you have the Xbox One X. It would probably
I do.
It probably really looks good. Wow,
it does. Man. It looks fantastic. So super fun game.
Next game here is a shoot 'em up, another shoot 'em up, and this is Psyvariar Delta for the Switch and the PS4.
I think I have the Switch version of this.
Yeah, so this game took a long time for it to come out in America. They had a lot of issues or whatever with it, but Psyvariar was a game I have on PS2, and it's definitely what you would call a bullet hell shoot 'em up. Lots of bullets. You got to level up real fast to kind of get your craft level up where you can move around faster, dodge bullets and everything. But it's a really fun game. And what's really unique about this one, and there's a screen on the right-hand side that shows you a close-up of your ship, so you can see where bullets are at, actually. But you gotta have quick eyes to do that because it's insane. But you can actually, it's really cool.
This game rewards you for grazing bullets.
Yes,
that's why it's doing that. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So and I love those style of games, but they're very nerve-wracking because it's risk versus reward. Because typically you don't want to get close to the bullets, but in this one you really do.
It's funny. The levels are really short, but you can choose your path on the levels, which I really like. So you can always change the game up how you play it, pretty much, not just a linear level and everything. So very cool game. If you're looking for this game, you can usually pick it up. I picked up my copies at Best Buy, but for some reason, a lot of companies that have games on Switch and PS4 that are like what you would call like maybe budget titles, like $30 games or less, they don't really promote the PS4 version. And like
at Best Buy?
Yeah, Best Buy wasn't carrying it. And the only way I got the PS4 version was luckily GameStop got one of them, and this was a prestige store that had it. So,
Isn't it funny? Yeah, GameStop every once in a while, actually not every once in a while, a lot will get 1 or 2 copies of some of these type of games.
Yeah,
they're not stocking a lot of them. So
no, and then they're usually, I mean, unless you get there early in the morning, it's a gutted copy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, that's a great shooter. Next up for me. So happy to finally get a physical version of Metal Wolf Chaos on the PlayStation 4. I did get this at GameStop. I believe currently this is an exclusive for GameStop, but somebody's going to put out another physical version of it.
Well, I think Special Reserve, we're selling 3,000 copies that had a manual and all this stuff in there, but I think they're sold out. But yeah.
Oh, this has a piece of paper. So
at least they put something in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so for those of you that don't know, this originally came out on the original Xbox only in Japan, and it's definitely one of the more collectible original Xbox games. And what's great about this, it's from Software, and it's a mech style game, but you play as the President of the United States, and your Vice President is the enemy. And it's just completely over the top. The dialogue is insane. It's fully voiced.
Yeah, the voice acting is so like, oh my god, it's so awesome.
Glorious.
Because, I love the voice acting in it. It's just like, this is before like voice actors really like hire like professionals. So it's like, man, I love it.
And you have a secretary, and she's just saying the dumbest stuff all the time. But it's a really fun, brainless shooter. It's everything blows up. You're shooting all the time. The one thing I will say, and I was mentioning this to you earlier, that the original Japanese version, which I do own, is kind of hard to play because it was made for the Japanese market, and so all of the menus are in Japanese. And because it's a mech game and you do a lot of customization, it's pretty tough to play, actually.
Because you got to level up stuff and know what to level up. And
so when we would play it, my buddy Paul and I were playing it, we literally had Google Translate held up to the screen so it would translate the Japanese barely so we could actually play the game.
Wow.
But this version is all in English, so that's my point, is that this is a great version of it. It's obviously remastered. The graphics are better. It's cool to finally get this out. So Devolver Digital, it's amazing they did this.
Yeah, definitely happy they brought that out. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
All right, next game here. I've talked about this on the channel before, but this finally got a release in America.
Yeah.
And you guys saw the video that we did with the Metal Jesus crew.
Yep.
Horizon Chase Turbo Special Edition for the Switch and the PS4. I'm telling you guys, racing games like Outrun, I mean, this is such a throwback to those type of games. I mean, it's an amazing, fun game.
The Lotus
soundtrack,
games,
the soundtrack is fantastic. And they added a lot of extra modes from the time we played.
That's kind of what I'm wondering here. Yeah, so I'm looking at here.
Yeah, like there's a mode where you go against like the weather and everything, which is hard. Like, you're probably seeing the footage right now. Like you got to go against like wet roads and like it's insane, but it's a lot of fun, guys.
It is.
So yeah, Horizon Chase Turbo is definitely a racing game you want to check out. The only thing I would say that I don't like about it, and it's not the game's fault, that there's no online racing. But I don't know how that will really work. How fast this game is.
Oh, it's ranking online?
It's ranking online, but you can't play online with friends. You know.
Okay.
Like I don't. Yeah. So
it might be tough to do that.
It probably very hard.
I'm guessing as a small developer, I mean, maybe you'd have to have dedicated servers, especially for a game that fast.
Right.
That might be hard to do. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but. That's really cool. I know. I love that game. It's so much fun.
A lot of fun. And the soundtrack is like, gosh, you gotta get the.
It is.
Gotta get the CD soundtrack, guys. It's amazing.
All right. Next up is actually a pretty fun little package I got in the mail, and it is it is a game called Vambrace Cold Soul, and the soundtrack as well. And the reason why I'm handing those to you is because it came with a little note here. So it's by a developer, Dev Espresso Games, and the reason why they sent that is because you originally talked about their game The Coma.
Yes, that's right.
Same developer.
Are you serious?
And they were so happy that we covered that game that they wanted to send this as a thank you. So it's a Japanese physical release of this game, although it plays completely in English. And it's funny because he's mentioned it too in here that the reason why they're called Dev Espresso is because they're a team of, 4 people? And they work out of espresso, like coffee shops. They basically take their laptops and sit there and they make these games.
Okay.
And they're so happy that we covered it. So, what this is a roguelike fantasy game, fantastic graphics. It's got that kind of hand-drawn, hand-animated style to it. Very story-driven, lots of dialogue, but it's turn-based combat. So far, actually, I've been really impressed with it. It's like really cool.
Nice. And speaking of them, they're actually bringing out the Coma Part 2.
He mentions that in the letter.
Yeah,
yes,
the Coma Part 2, man. The Coma is actually it's a really scary game, man.
I know you love that game, too.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, so that's their gift to you.
Oh, this was for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Now I'm blushing, man. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys.
Soundtrack too. So, but this is the physical version. I saw it's actually available for digital download right now in the U.S. as well because I think I saw it on the Switch or something like that. So, yeah, really cool game though.
I'm pumped, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah. So thanks for sending that. That's cool.
Thanks, guys. A friend of mine found this at a yard sale.
Oh, really?
$2.
Was that the only PC game?
I don't know. I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was. So he found this for $2 and he decided to hook me up with it.
It's a great game.
American McGee's Alice.
Yep.
PC. Now a lot of you guys are like Reggie collects PC. When did this happen? I actually have a lot of PC games. You know, and this is one I always wanted because this was the game and probably one of the games that really got me back into PC games because. I wanted this game to be released on platforms so much at the time because I didn't have a powerful PC. But American McGee's Alice is an amazing game. And they're actually trying to work on getting the third one out. They want to make a final game in the trilogy. But this long box version, I think you have one too.
Yeah,
but there's different variants. This one has she has the wand on the cover. I think yours has the knife.
Oh,
it's more sought
really?
after. Yeah, the one with the knife is more sought after. Huh. But yeah, man, this is a really cool game. If you haven't played American McGee's Alice, you could definitely play it on the Alice Returns game because you can actually download it if you own the original game for the PS3.
And
Alice
Xbox
Returns.
360.
And Xbox 360. Yeah. Xbox 360 one's going for a little bit more.
Is it?
I think because it can play on the Xbox One and everything.
Oh, so interesting. Huh. Yeah, I remember when this came out. This was a, if I remember right, it's a Quake 3 engine build, but it's in third person, and so at the time this was just such a beautiful, dark, kind of almost like Tim Burton-esque like game. Yeah, it's a cool series, and it definitely holds up.
It feels like a more modern take on a series, you know, from Alice in Wonderland, you know, fairy tale. And this one more means like maybe more relatable in a way, kind of.
100%.
Because Wonderland doesn't sound like a great place to be if you really read the books.
Oh yeah, it's like dark, man. I know,
what the heck?
Chopping off people's heads and stuff. Speaking of PC games, I have one here. I picked this up, and this is the Terminator 2029. This is by Bethesda.
Oh, okay.
And I believe, I could be wrong, but this is using the engine that they use probably for Arena, which is another first-person RPG. But anyway, so this is an all-new Terminator game. It's first-person, and actually, it's really cool, really well done. I love the way that the characters look in this game. And again, by Bethesda, which is wild.
So does that image move right there? Like, I see her reactions kind of like looking terrified.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played it, but it's just, there are a handful of Terminator games that are kind of hard to find or unusual, and this is definitely one of them. So, and again, it's by Bethesda. So at a certain point, I kind of want to do a video of all the weird Bethesda releases that people don't know about, and this is definitely one of them. Hey, great cover too.
I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember when they were talking? There was like a little trailer a couple years ago where talking about Sierra was coming back or something like that. Did that ever?
Sierra?
Did anything ever come through of that?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, just so you know, like actually at PAX, I went to a Sierra reunion party.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. So it was a bunch of developers from Sierra when I worked there. As a matter of fact, we're going to cover one of their games in a bit. But yeah, so Sierra as a company exists in name only, but unfortunately all of the developers have moved on for the most part.
The good times, man.
That's a cool cover though, huh?
Yeah, that's a really cool cover, man. Golly. It's crazy how the Terminator, like, the teeth look like they're like real teeth pretty much and everything. Like, it's like,
yeah.
Geez.
Yeah, he's freaky looking.
Next game here, luckily I got this at Best Buy, and this is The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince for the PS4, also available for the Switch. This game is like a fairy tale game. Pretty much is the story reads kind of like an open book in a way. basically the prince gets injured because of the princess, and she's trying to guide him. I forgot if she's trying to guide him to get healed or whatever. But they're going through the forest, and there's all these like kind of like these monsters out there, and she's trying to like guide them. It's like a puzzle platformer, pretty much.
Okay.
It's a really cool game. I like it a lot.
Wow, nice box, nice packaging too.
Yeah, and at release, I believe it was only $40. So it was really cool.
Comes with a hardcover storybook and CD soundtrack.
Yeah, not a downloadable soundtrack. Thank goodness.
Something you can bump in your car.
There you go. But yeah, I think it's a really fun game. I liked it, and I love the packaging on it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I haven't got that far in the game
I hadn't heard of this before,
but I just like that, like how they put this together. It's like a good package, especially for $40.
Yeah, for $40 and you get all that extra stuff. It's like, gotta jump on it. Next up for me is a PlayStation VR game that came out. Now, I know not everyone's into PlayStation VR. However, if you are and you want to try something that is awesome, you have to get Blood and Truth. So this is
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, so that is a PlayStation VR exclusive. It is designed for it. It is absolutely fan-frickin-tastic. So it's a gangster style. It's a London gangster style, like interactive first-person movie type thing.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because it will remind you sometimes of Time Crisis as far as the shooting goes. And by the way, it supports both Move controllers if you have them. You're climbing sometimes. Then also in between there's sections where you're talking to characters, and it's kind of like more of like an interactive movie. It is so well done. It's awesome.
Yeah, these are real London actors here.
Yep.
I noticed him.
I recognize him as well. And it's not super long. It doesn't overstay its welcome. I want to say it's maybe about 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that.
That's good. You need an action game like this. You want it to be short and sweet when you get into the arcadey like.
And this has some epic moments. I won't spoil it for anybody, but there is some moments in this, and if you play this game, you know what I'm talking about, where you are like it takes full advantage of VR.
Yeah.
You know how like sometimes when you're really high up in the air, or it's showing you, it's putting you in a situation that you would normally not put yourself into. This game does it. The other thing I would say is that it doesn't make you motion sick, and so this is one of those games where. Even though you're moving around, and I'm very sensitive to motion sickness, this does not do that. So it's a great game overall. Fantastic to play. I can't speak highly of it enough. So
awesome, man. See, Sony's really pushing the VR.
They are.
That means something, guys. So I can't wait for the next generation, probably on the PS5.
And they keep putting out physical versions of the VR games, which is kind of amazing, actually.
It is.
So that's pretty cool.
If there's not a physical version for a VR game in America, most likely the PAL release has a physical. So just keep that in mind.
That's true.
All right. Next up is a Switch game. Oops. And this is Nightmare Boy.
Another game I've never heard of before.
Yeah, my buddy Kyle sent me this. And this game, it's a platform game where this kid, he goes to bed and he wakes up, his pillow attacks him. His pillow turns into a monster.
Okay.
And tries to take him to Nightmare Land. I think it was Nightmare Land. I can't remember what it was because the game tries to push a lot of talking in the beginning, which I just want to get to the platforming. But it's actually a pretty cool platform game. You move really fast, but it plays like when you attack enemies, you kind of like beat them up and everything, like with a combo and everything. So, pretty fun game. I haven't got that far in it, but it's, like I said, another physical release, and this is by Badland Games. Badland Games, they've been,
And so this is a PAL or European release?
Yeah.
Okay.
Badland Games is a PAL publisher, and they've been slowly releasing games in America, but most of their stuff is in the UK, so that's, you can buy it there as well. So, pretty cool game. Like I said, I like the packaging too. I forgot what it came with, why it was so big here. But, soundtrack. So,
okay, cool.
Something to bump in the car. There you go. And art book, I believe. So, pretty cool.
All right. Well, next up for me, from the Switch, is a game called West of Loathing. Have you heard of this?
I've seen that picture.
I know. Well, I think that's the thing, is that this is pretty distinctive because it's all stick figure, hand-drawn, black and white, for the most part, graphics, which seems ridiculous and dumb at first. Right. However, so this is basically like an adventure RPG. So it's got turn-based combat, and everything is in this style. But it's very self-aware of how silly it is.
Really?
Yeah. And so, I mean, it is constantly referencing the real world and just how, like I said, ridiculous this whole concept is. But it basically takes place. You have 3 characters to choose from, different styles of, playing, whether you want to be like a a tank or a thief, or but you're Wild West style characters, and you're traveling around to different towns, meeting different characters. There is lots of dialogue in this game, which is kind of like what you mentioned in your previous game. You kind of want to skip it sometimes.
Yeah.
But in this case, it is really well written, and it's often hilarious. So
yeah, I see this is a limited run release too. Thank goodness they actually been like pushing like manuals for their games, man. That's great, man. It means a lot to us. So definitely cool, man.
Yeah, definitely. It's if you're looking for something a little bit different, it's funny, it's turn-based RPG, it's adventure. Definitely check out West of Loathing.
West of Loathing.
Yeah,
I like how he has a gun and a beard.
Oh, I know. There's and you battle cows in this game. It's weird. It's nuts.
Very cool, man. Yeah. All right, next game here. A lot of you guys know I've been playing this online. World War Z for the PlayStation 4 and available for the Xbox
Based on
One.
the book and movie?
Yeah, based off one of them. I don't know which one, but I think I've seen the movie, and of course I like the game better.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyways, it plays like if you guys have played Left 4 Dead, it plays like a third-person Left 4 Dead game, and it's a lot of fun. These zombies are insane. They're all over the place. The same mechanics. I mean, the basics. You have to stay together with your teammates, and kind of like so you won't get like attacked by special infected, because there's pretty much infected in there that can incapacitate you pretty much, so you can't move, so you have to be around somebody to rescue you pretty much. But it is a lot of fun, and I just found out that they're making a season pass part 2, which will be free. They'll be adding extra levels onto this game, so if you haven't played World War Z, guys, definitely play it. It's a lot of fun. I never get tired of this game. I'm going for a platinum in this game.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Wow, okay.
And Kyle, you better help me, man, if you're watching. So yeah, definitely a really fun game.
All right, very cool. Next up for me, another Switch game. This is Red Faction Guerrilla ReMARStered.
Yeah, that came out on PS2 years ago.
Yeah, it did, and Xbox 360 and stuff like that. So this is a re-release on Switch. It's called ReMARStered because it takes place on Mars, so it's kind of dumb, but oh well. But so this is by Volition, I believe. I don't remember who the developer is, but so this is so the Red Faction series originally came out on the PlayStation 2, and it was notable at that time. It was a first-person game that had destructible environments. I think for the first time, at least that was its selling point. And then they made a second game, which was pretty good. And then this one is a third-person, kind of like Mercenaries. You ever play Mercenaries on the PS2 and Xbox?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of open world, going around kind of taking missions, stuff like that. Very similar style. A lot of the world is destructible in this game. Pretty much every building that you see, every fence, every whatever you can destroy. And what you're trying to do is basically beat back the oppressors that have kind of taken over the Mars. And so they've taken over kind of different sectors. And you're creating chaos. You're part of this uprising. It is a really fun game. It runs actually pretty well on Switch. I was very impressed. Yeah. And so it's just something different. If you didn't play this previously on the Xbox 360 or whatever it came out.
I noticed it doesn't have that like download some of the game on here like a lot of Switch games do, which is great. So
I think it's the whole game. So
seriously. And this is another THQ release. Man, they're knocking it out, man.
Yeah. Again, it's kind of cool. I was trying to figure out why they did this. And I think it's because, again, it's the full game, but on a handheld. For the first time, right? So you can take it with you everywhere. And this is the kind of game, too, where I would take it on a plane because you can play it for 5 minutes or you can play it for 5 hours. It doesn't matter.
And load times are pretty good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Everything keeps flowing. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. Again, it's going to remind you of Mercenaries, a little bit of like Grand Theft Auto, maybe San Andreas, where you can kind of go and do whatever you want. You can do missions. It's cool.
What does this game cost at retail right now? Is it a full price game?
I don't think so. I want to say $39 is probably what this costs, and that would be about right for a kind of a re-release. But again, they may have remastered it a little bit for Switch because it does. I mean, it runs really well on it. So
cool, man.
Yeah,
I'll definitely probably check into that. All right, next game here. If you guys have played games like Until Dawn or Hidden Agenda, probably The Patient on VR as well. This is from the same company. Supermassive Games, this is Dark Pictures anthology Man of Medan. This is a horror game. It goes off like a horror story off of a ghost ship pretty much, and the friends are out. They're out scuba diving pretty much, and you recognize them now. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I know. Okay, I want to get this. That's right.
Yeah, and it's only a $30 game. And you know, so and it's you can play online as well with people, you know, and up to 5 people locally and 2 people online, and pretty much the friends are out there, and they pretty much get raided while they're sleeping by some crazies, and pretty much you don't know what these guys want at first, but then they find some coordinates on your ship, leading them to the ship, talking about there's gold there or something like that. So they force you to get your boat and take them over to the ship, and they force you on there, and they're looking for whatever, but the ship is haunted.
Now you guys are probably looking at the footage, but remind me, this is the company that does the fantastic like motion capture. These guys right here.
That's
right. Okay,
that's them.
I'm so glad you reminded me of this, because I saw a trailer like a month ago or something, and I just forgot about it.
Yeah, and it's really they plan on doing a lot more like these. This is the first one.
Yeah.
I haven't beat it yet, but man, this game has one of the coolest villains ever. Like I love a villain that doesn't really say much. You know, he just talks a little bit, and his actions speak louder. It's pretty crazy. His name is Olsen, but yeah, this game is really cool, guys. It's definitely fun. A lot of cool actors. The guy, you ever played that game on the Xbox One? It's with that actor, Quantum. It's called Quantum Theory.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He's one of the guys he's one of the actors in this game too.
Okay,
so
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know his name.
But definitely check this game out, guys.
I'm going to be buying that,
especially for $30. You know.
Yeah. Until Dawn, I liked way more than I expected to.
It was my first PS4 game.
Yeah, and it blew me away.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
Did you save everybody the first playthrough?
No, no, but I like games that make you go, wow, I wonder what would happen if I would have done that.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. I watch a lot of horror movies, so that game, like, I knew exactly what to do in that game.
Oh, really?
Everybody survived. I mean, one character didn't like another one because they saved themselves, but like I said, everybody survived. Really? That was my main goal. Yeah.
Oh, that's saying a lot. Okay. All right, next up for me, another Switch game that just recently came out, and that is Astral Chain by Platinum Games. They, of course, make Bayonetta and a bunch of those types of third-person action games. Astral Chain, I believe, is a Switch exclusive at this point. And, this is a game a lot of people are looking forward to. Yeah. It has fantastic graphics. It has a really weird, interesting mechanic, I guess, where you're a police officer, and you have there's these invisible, I think they're called chimera, that are coming through a different dimension, stealing humans, enslaving them, whatever. And you enslave one of those chimera, I forget what they're called, but and you attach yourself and control it with this astral chain. So it looks literally like this big bulky chain, and that kind of allows you to connect your character to this like spiritual thing, and you use that to fight them. You can actually brawl in fight with yourself, but you also use this other thing. The reason why this game is a little weird is that you're controlling 2 characters at the same time in an action game.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So for instance, with one of the triggers, you actually, in the thumbstick, you are controlling that thing on the chain, and then you have your character as well. So there's a big learning curve in this game to kind of get that under wraps and under control. So what I would say is that initially it's a little overwhelming. But I've heard that once you're a couple hours into it, it starts feeling more natural. I'm not a couple hours into it, so for me, I'm really struggling with controlling 2 people at once on the same controller. It's a little weird.
The company who released this, who developed this, Platinum Games, they're famous for games like Bayonetta, Vanquished, which is one of my favorites. They put out good work, so yeah.
So imagine Bayonetta, but you also control another character at the same time.
Wow. Okay.
And so that's why it's a little overwhelming for me personally, but actually I love the world that they've created. I love the graphics and all that, and the characters. It's awesome. So I just got the game, so I'm not too far into it, but so far I'm digging it. So
very cool, man. Okay, so next game here. You guys know I like fighting games, and this is the sequel. Well, they finally brought back a beloved series, SNK, Samurai Shodown. This is a PS4 copy. It's also available for the Xbox One, and I think it'll be coming out for the Switch pretty soon. But Samurai Shodown is a fighting game. It's basically like pretty much like fighting games are kind of like fundamental, pretty much like, you know, they're pretty like universal with what you do in them. But sword fighting, and you can pretty much kill your opponents pretty much if you hit them with the right strike at the end and everything.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm happy they brought the series back. I usually don't buy like full price retail games in the beginning, but I want to support SNK because I really want them to come back.
Is it 3D or 2D?
It's 3D, but in a 2D plane pretty much. And I think they did a good job on it. I think the only thing I didn't like, the load times are pretty bad sometimes, you know, the flow of the action pretty much. But they did give people a season pass for free for people who first bought it in the beginning. So you get like the first 6 characters for free, even though those characters should already been on the disc because they're old characters they're bringing back. But they're doing a season pass too, so maybe you'll see new characters like that. But I just really like the series. I grew up with this series. I remember kids were playing Street Fighter the arcade, and in the SNK machine they were playing Samurai Showdown, so it was really popular. I mean, it's a fun game. It's like I said, it's sort of different from traditional fighting games where a lot of them, like, everybody likes to do combos and all that crazy stuff. This one goes off timing of hits, like how hard you hit somebody if you can time it just right when they're open, and you can do some massive damage on them. So very fun game.
Wow, that's cool. All right, next up for me is going to be another PlayStation VR. This might be an exclusive, I'm not sure, but it's the Wolfenstein. So you and I were talking about the new Wolfenstein that just came out.
Right.
At the same time, they also released a VR game, and it's called Cyberpilot. And what's interesting about this game is by Arcane Studios. So Arcane Studios made the Dishonored series.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, which they're a really great developer. So I was really surprised to see this logo on this game. So it's a mech VR game. So you pilot a mech in this world, and I will say it makes you feel like you're in a mech.
Really?
Oh yeah, because you see your hands and you see the whole cage that you're in, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not very long, and thankfully so, because it's basically just a shooting game, you know, where you're in a mech. But again, the PlayStation VR aspect of it is fantastic. It's really it puts you there. It's pretty cool.
And they put some instructions in here so you know what you're doing. I love that.
This game has a full tutorial. It treats you like a brand new pilot. Like, you hop in it walks you through all the controls like you're a real pilot to a brand new mech, and then it puts you out into the city streets. It's got boss battles. So
see that, folks, another VR game.
Yep, and physical.
Very cool, man. All right, next game here. This came out recently on the Switch, but I have the PS4 copy as well, but I wanted it on Switch. This is Raiden V, Director's Cut.
This is cool.
And this game is really a really good shoot 'em up, guys. I mean, seriously, I wasn't really into the Raiden series that much, but this one really opened my eyes to what they could really do with it. The Switch version actually comes with a CD soundtrack, a mini CD, which is cool, and of course a manual, which you guys know I love that. It's just a really good shoot 'em up, guys. It's really fast paced. A lot of action going on the screen. It's not a bullet hell, thankfully.
I like the Raiden series for that reason.
Yeah. You can kind of see what's coming at you pretty much.
Raiden.
And it's just
Raiden.
Raiden.
I don't know.
However you want to pronounce it. People pronounce it differently, but either way, it's a solid game, guys. So definitely, I would check this one out.
All right. Next up for me, I mentioned Limited Run had a booth at PAX.
Oh wow!
And they were selling the Snatcher vinyl record, which is really cool. So it's the soundtrack, and it comes on 2 vinyl records, and they're colored. They're like it's a white splatter kind of look to it. It's got a little bit of an art thing in there, and fold out gatefold like that.
Dude.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? And then this was a surprise. So this is the Snatcher soundtrack, but for the Sega CD, and it comes on
a tape,
a red cassette.
Wow. Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't put it on a CD.
Well, because it's retro. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So, you know, when did the original game come out? Would that
it came out in 93, 94?
So we'd still be, rocking cassettes in your car.
But you're not going to want to put that in it.
Oh, no. It's funny because I was hanging out with John Hancock, and he also bought one because he actually owns Snatcher, the actual game, and he wouldn't open it. He's like, no, I'm not opening that, of course, because it's John, right? So I opened mine so he could actually see what it was. But I thought this was pretty cool. So cool, something just kind of random that you would find at the limited run booth. So, and these weren't very expensive, actually. It was pretty cool if they did.
Yeah, they need to find a way to release like a new version of Snatcher, because it's only available on Sega CD.
Exactly. That's what I'm like. Okay, so I'm wondering if with all this, maybe they'll do a PS4 port or something. I mean, that would be pretty cool.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, guys. So next item I have, which you're gonna actually like this.
Okay.
Try not to laugh.
Okay.
First. SNK NEO Geo Mini.
Oh.
Now, I know you did a video on this.
How is it clicky?
The clicky thumbsticks are very hard to make. So, but yeah, this was sent to us by Bobby. and
wow,
he wanted us to check this version out of it, man. These are pretty cool.
So Bobby is he's not part of SNK. He's like a
no Bobby. He sells retro video games.
Oh, okay,
so,
okay.
You know, all that good stuff. So
well, I actually, I gotta be honest.
Pixel Game Squad actually did a video on him before on his warehouse and everything.
That is an amazing warehouse. This guy has like.
You guys gotta definitely check out. He got Steel like Double Dragon 2 for NES and all kind of old school games.
Because he was buying lots back in the '90s, right, or something like that.
Yeah, just sitting on them, I guess. So
okay, yeah,
very cool. Here. So yeah, this one's your copy.
Oh really?
I chose the white already.
Okay.
Wait, unless you want the white. Do you want the white?
I'm kind of leaning towards the white.
I know you are. We'll decide later.
Okay, yeah, we totally will. Very cool. So this is a different packaging than the one that was sent to me. Oh, it's because of the Samurai Showdown.
Well, this version has different games on it too. As from the other one. So
okay.
Comes with 2 controllers. More of the fighting game, the shoot 'em up games on here.
Okay.
You got all the Samurai Showdowns. Well, even up to special. You don't have Samurai Showdown 6, but Samurai Showdown Special. Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting Games, Mark of the Wolves, Metal Slugs.
Okay, so this is a different region release.
Yeah,
I like the packaging. It's cool. Huh. It looks a little different than the one. Of course, I haven't looked at the one in a while.
Yeah, it's a see-through. It's like this is just
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see this here.
Okay, cool. Huh. All right. Well, and his name's Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thanks, dude. All right, so that's from you. So I'm gonna next up for me. A newer release. I was so excited to see this. This is Star Wars Pinball on the Switch, physical.
I saw you post that on the...
Yeah. So the reason why I'm excited about this is for many reasons. One, I love Star Wars. This is by Zen Studios. They make fantastic video pinball games. And for $30, you get like 19 tables. There's a lot of content in here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I immediately bought this. What's cool about this too is that, so if you're into Star Wars and you're into video pinball, like I said, 19 tables, but it has a career mode that basically has different challenges, and it kind of walks you through all the different tables. You earn experience points, you level up, you get special powers that you can use during tables, like slowing down time and stuff like that.
Oh, nice, okay.
And it just looks and plays really well. So I was really excited to get this. And also on the Switch, I'll play it. It supports actually vertical mode where you can turn it.
So okay.
Yeah, you can use a flip grip and stuff like that. So,
are you excited for a new Star Wars movie?
I am.
Me too, man. When does it come out? Does it come out this year?
Yeah, I think in December, November or something. Soon.
Were you a fan of the last movie, Last Jedi?
Oh boy, we're gonna go there.
I didn't understand why everybody's talking. I love certain stuff in that movie. But...
I love certain stuff too. The thing is killing off. Spoiler alert! Killing off Luke Skywalker in that way, where he just kind of gets tired and passes out. I was like,
but we don't really know if he's. Do we?
I don't know. I'm hoping he comes back in the next one. That was my only complaint about that movie is that, I felt like Luke Skywalker could have gone out a little better.
It was a kind of cool send-off because the way the suns were, like when he first movie.
Absolutely, and I know he was like projecting himself across the galaxy. That takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool how he tricked Kylo Ren.
He tricked everybody.
He tricked everybody. He tricked me. He tricked the whole audience. He tricked Princess Leia. So, but I do think that they're going to put out. I think the next one's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I have a good feeling about it.
Okay, so next game here. This is Cowboy Bebop for the PS1.
Oh, really? I love Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's really cool. So this is like a rail flying shooter, like kind of like Star Fox and everything.
Dude, I am a huge Cowboy Bebop fan.
Are you?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
It's really fun actually. It's a lot of dialogue in there and everything from the actors and everything. And just the only thing about this game, because I was actually playing it last night, like even though it's a rail shooter, it's kind of like really sensitive when you turn everything, so you have to kind of turn gently and everything. So sometimes it still plays like Star Fox, but I think they could have tweaked the airplane a little bit more. But then you're playing as Ed, and you're not really flying on a real airplane. I guess it's just like more of her little.
Oh, is she controlling it from?
No, she's actually riding in it.
She is. Okay.
Yeah, and from what I remember, I think she is at least.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not expecting this to be amazing, but it's cool that there is like a Cowboy Bebop game.
Yeah.
I remember going to E3 a couple years, well, actually maybe 10 years ago now. There was going to be a PlayStation 2 Cowboy Bebop game. I saw an ad or
it came out in Japan only, and it's really like heavy on the text and everything.
Yeah,
it's hard to play.
I remember. Yeah, I was like, I didn't get it, but
yeah,
that's cool. Okay, my turn.
It's your turn.
All right, 2 more from. So, second to last for me is The Punisher. This is an early licensed Marvel comic game by a company called Paragon, and they actually did a couple of these. It is Spider-Man 1 and some others. It's just a really early Punisher game that came out on PC, and it's interesting. It's not a great game, but I love the Punisher as a character, so I bought it. And again, Paragon did a bunch of these Marvel. They had the Marvel license, and so they did it. This is a top-down kind of run and gun beat 'em up, sort of like it kind of looks a little bit like the very first Grand Theft Auto game.
Woo.
Yeah.
Look at his look on the back right there. He looks insane right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is old school Punisher right here. This is probably even before the movies. Like,
okay.
When was this?
Well, the first movie was with Dolph Lundgren. I think it came out like in 87 or 88, 88.
Oh, okay. This might be around that time then. Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren is a Punisher.
But this is, we're talking like Tandy 100, so it's definitely old. But anyways, just kind of a weird, random PC game I ran across and had to pick it up. So, The Punisher.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
All right, so next game here I recently got. This is Rakugaki Showtime.
Sure. Showtime?
Yeah, Showtime. Yeah, I should have just called it Showtime. But yeah, this is a Japanese release for PlayStation, made by Treasure of all people. Treasure finally made a PlayStation game. They always make games on Sega systems usually, at least back then. This is like a beat 'em up game where it kind of plays like dodgeball in a way. It's kind of weird how to explain this game. So you're in an arena, you got to defeat your opponents, but there's like a ball in the arena, and when the ball starts glowing, whoever gets it first gets a special attack, and they can do like these crazy like energy blasts that'll knock their opponents out of the arena or just knock all their energy out. So really fun game. As you can see, it's like kind of like hand drawn,
Yeah. They always do interesting stuff. I don't think Treasure ever does something.
Every game they put out is unique.
Yep.
They don't like making sequels, unfortunately, because Gunstar Heroes could use another sequel. But yeah, this is one of their unique items they put out on the PlayStation. So
that's crazy. It would be cool to do a video of all the Treasure releases, because there is nobody in my mind quite like them.
Right.
That's cool. Really trippy artwork and cover, isn't it? All right, the last one for me is pretty special, and that is Doom Sigil, the limited run version of this. So what is this game other than extremely satanic? So it's Doom. To give you a little background here, Doom was created by id Software, and primarily John Romero was I think he was he was a programmer, level designer. He did a bunch of stuff, and he also made Doom 2, Quake. He was one of the guys who basically defined what a first-person shooter was, and then he went on and did his own thing. Well, just recently he went back and finished out Doom. And he created it like using the same assets and everything, the same editor, and it's called Doom Sigil. And Limited Run did this very special version of it, special release.
Oh, nice shirt and everything.
Yeah, so check it out. So there is a shirt.
Jeez, the goat right here with the, oh my god.
Yeah, and again, it's Doom, so it's a little bit on the evil satanic side.
Yeah.
And this whole game, I believe, takes place in hell. I haven't finished it, but it comes with a full book talking about the making of it and kind of like what he's been doing for the past 21 years.
And these discs here.
So that right there is actually a USB copy of it, but it's in the shape of a floppy disk.
Wow, dude.
So nice. It pops out there. Okay. He also got Buckethead, who is a real musician, guitar player, to do the soundtrack for it. It comes with this little head bust right here. That's made of actual metal.
Nice. A little coin here.
Collectible pin or a coin, which is like a challenge coin. It's heavy. Yeah, it's actually very similar to how mine feels. Yeah, I mean, Limited Run just went all out with this thing. So
yeah, they sure did. They're definitely fans.
Yeah. So this is a cool release. Very limited run, obviously. Yeah, I was happy to get this. So this is definitely a piece of kind of like gaming history here.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. I have one more item left. I think, yeah, because that was your last item, right?
Yep.
All right, so on the PlayStation as well, I picked up Night Raid. This is a shoot 'em up by the same developers that brought you titles like Giga Wing on the Dreamcast and something else I can't remember right now. But this came out for PlayStation late in the life cycle. This is probably one of the craziest shoot 'em ups I've played. It's
what is it called?
A Night Raid. It's like it's
really
brutal. Yeah. Huh. It's like enemies are coming at you like crazy. You got to make sure you have your power-ups at all times, and because this game pulls no punches. The game is fairly short, which it should be, the way all the action's happening in it, but it's pretty insane. And but like I said, I'm on a quest for like a lot of cool shoot 'em ups that I've never played, and this one I wouldn't say it's the best one. It could have used a little bit more polish, but I still like it, you know. And then it's I would say it's short and sweet. There's not that many levels. I think there's like 5 or 6 levels on it, so. It has this heavy metal soundtrack on it.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So would have been nice if they released it on PlayStation America, but hey, I like importing too, so it's all good.
Is that your last one?
That's my last one, man.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. We got through another one.
Yes. All right. Well, where can people find you on the interwebs, dude?
Radical Reggie on YouTube. Definitely come check me out, and maybe Instagram or Twitter too. I don't know.
Will you be eating a cheeseburger?
Not anymore, man. I'm trying to cut out the cheeseburgers. I'm good to go on that stuff, you know. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Take care. At the end here, I do want to let you know that Reggie and I actually had enough games to shoot 2 of these episodes back to back. So that's actually what we did on this day. So we're going to be busy capturing the gameplay footage for that one next. And yeah, be looking for that in your YouTube subscriptions very soon. Also, a huge shout out to everyone who sends us games. We definitely appreciate it. All right, guys, have a great day.